Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sparky Howler Field. It is Jackson Ironmen baseball tonight, brought to you by Total Media, Jackson Sports. Just go onto YouTube and find Jackson High School Sports, and you can watch this later on or live and listen to us. But I'll tell you what, if you had the option, I'd sure be down here on a beautiful afternoon here at Sparky Howler Field. Pete Wilson is on assignment, so I picked up the next best thing in my book, maybe the best, and that is Shane Wolfer is going to help me out tonight. And Shane, I do appreciate you stepping up, and we'll have some fun.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. I always have a good time.
I need a quick update here. This is a huge baseball game. Might be as big a regular season game as we're going to have. At least it's the biggest up to this point in this season. But the Ironmen picked up a mammoth win Monday night at Miami Trace to become the only team left in the Frontier Athletic Conference undefeated.
Yeah, and like we talked, Dan, it wasn't an easy task. We were up 2-0 most of the game, and then in the bottom of the seventh, they came and scored 2 runs, sent us into the 8th inning. We were able to score a run in the 8th and keep them from scoring. So after 8 innings, we were able to win 3-2, but it was pretty much a pitcher's game. There wasn't a lot of hits or anything like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight seeing another action-filled game.
Well, you're allowed to brag a little bit, but it was under my understanding Bodie Woodford knocks in the winning run in the game. I think Eli Ray had a big hit in that contest. That's a couple of our seniors. This is a lineup, as you look at it, that we are basically using all 4 classes for this varsity baseball team.
Oh, definitely. And like you said the other night, some of our seniors came through. But, you know, I've been at every game so far, of course, watching Bodie, but the younger kids are really stepping up this year. This is the first year in a while that we haven't had most of the team that's been there for a while.
Well, the last couple years, which we had spectacular seasons, and senior class was ahead of them, and you're right, they dominated positions, playing time, and whatever. But we also knew we had 2 great JV seasons back-to-back, and these are these young kids ready to step up.
Yeah, and like I say, I think they're doing a great job so far. I told you we haven't been the greatest hitting yet, but I'm looking for us to break through hopefully tonight.
That'd be great. Landon Rapp on the mound for our Ironmen, trying to pick up a second win against Miami Trace. This was a couple of the preseason favorites this year. And Jackson defeating Trace on Monday night kind of puts Trace in a must-win situation, and the Ironmen in a situation where they can get a little distance between them and one of the other preseason favorites. First batter is stepping into the box. That's Austin Brown. He's the catcher. First pitch by Landon, about 10 feet high. And, the one thing when you watch Landon, we watched him the other night, he had a big win along with Waylon DeLong to beat Washington Courthouse a week ago. He likes when he throws his pitches. So watch how many times his hat comes off.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know why, but it does. And there's a pitch that goes over the helmet of the batter, and his hat came off. But 2-0 the count. First batter up from Miami Trace. They are coached by Rob Smith, kind of a legendary coach in the southeastern Ohio. He's been there 30-plus years, has over 400 career wins, been there forever. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball across the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, it's very important. I've always said this. And we've had it happen a couple times this year. We put the number 1 batter on, and, when you do that,
they come around
not good.
Way too many times. There's a pitch a little bit outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to the first hitter. A little different lineup tonight for the Ironmen. New second baseman. They're not a new second baseman, but getting the start tonight, Tanner Jenkins at second base. We have Waylon DeLong will be catching. And that pitch is high and inside, and he walks the first batter. And Cooper Markham, a sophomore that pitched very well, I understand, on Saturday afternoon in the second game, getting the start at third base, which is normally Landon's position when he's not on the mound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cooper did a good job the other day. He also came in, and I believe he got 1 hit, and he walked. So did pretty well at the plate, too.
Brady McBee, the second baseman, the second hitter. And there's a bunt. It's out in front of home plate. The throw down by DeLong. They get him out at first base as Bodie Woodford makes that catch. We get the put out. But the runner advances, so that's a sacrifice bunt.
That's a good play by DeLong coming up out of there and throwing it over there. That's not an easy play for a catcher.
Well, we keep emphasizing he's only a freshman. We saw him a lot this winter in basketball at all levels.
He's going to be a great basketball player, and now I've watched him, play baseball. He's going to be the same in baseball.
No question. There's a nice curveball, but it stays a little bit outside. Seems like Landon Rapp trying to work that outside part of the plate. Brown, the runner, he's the catcher. He's at second base. There is one out. This is Gage Bowers, one of the top athletes at Miami Trace. He has been a thorn in our side in the basketball seasons multiple years in a row. And that pitch is over his head. It gets back to the backstop. DeLong will chase it down. Runner will advance to third base with a wild pitch. Landon working a little bit on his control. And we'll see Ryan DeLong take the walk out there and just probably try to settle him down a little bit, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, and I've seen this pretty much all year, Dan. It seems like our starting pitchers, they end up getting in a little jam early on. Don't know if it's jitters or what it is, but I'm sure he'll settle down and throw it in there.
Well, Ryan usually makes the first trip out. And if Coach McGraw comes out.
When the main man comes out looking for a change.
We actually have some work taking place down in the bullpen. I think it might be Jacob Gallagher, but he might just be warming up. He's the DH today, but he is getting a few pitches in.
Coach McGraw usually keeps someone ready just in case.
Absolutely.
To come in.
And boy, he's utilizing young pitching this year, and they have really been strong. They've been outstanding for him. Like you said, our bats still wanting to catch up, but I don't think he could argue at all about our pitching so far this season.
Pitching and defense has been pretty good so far.
I think there's a pitch that's high and inside. His curveball's getting away from him, isn't it? It's Jackson comes into tonight's game with a 7-2 record, and the important one is 3-0 in the Frontier Athletic Conference. An opportunity here to go 4-0 with a win, but there's a pitch. It's a strike, catches the outside part of the plate. 3-1 your count. Runner on third, just one out. Gage Bowers batting third. He's their shortstop. He's their point guard in basketball. That pitch gets away, back to the backstop, and the run will score as we walked that batter.
Well, and that's the thing, Dan. As you've seen our games so far, they've been low-scoring games. So
every run's important.
Every run's important, and that's like I said, Coach McGraw's always got someone ready to come in because you can't let a game get away from you.
Cooper Innings, and wow, what a linebacker he was in the fall. And that is one strong body. You don't appreciate it with a football uniform on as much as you see him in a baseball outfit. Well, there's a pitch that's outside, and it gets away from DeLong, and the runner will advance. He actually played in left field the other night, and he made several plays out there. So,
he's a big guy. He's an athletic guy.
Yeah. He's their first baseman tonight, their cleanup hitter. I think he's been considered a pretty good leader through their athletic programs. That pitch is a little outside, and poor Landon just not able to find the plate here in the first inning. There is one out, runner on second, one run already in. Right-handed Landon Rapp facing a right-handed batter. That curveball is way outside.
3-0.
Quick 3-0 count. Now, the one thing that wouldn't be terrible, I'm sure he is an outstanding hitter. First base is open. It would be the end of the world with a walk. That's a called strike. Inside part of the plate, fastball, 3 balls, 1 strike. Windy day today, and it appears to be blowing out center field. That's a curveball, that's outside, and a walk has been earned by their cleanup hitter. So runners now are on first and second, 1 out still. It's a 3rd walk here in the first inning. 5th batter up will be Jamison Heyer. He is the DH.
We need a little ground ball here for a double play. would help things out immensely.
It would help immensely. That pitch is up over his head all the way to the backstop. Runners will advance.
And here you go. Here comes Coach McGraw.
Yeah, he might. Landon's just having a very hard time getting his control down. You're a baseball man more than I do. 2 trips is a change of pitcher automatically, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, we'll see Jacob Gallagher, who did an outstanding job the other night, both pitching, or that was the first game Saturday.
Yeah, was
Jacob pitched well. Yep.
I'm trying to think of the game.
And then last Wednesday,
is that the game that he hit the winning?
That was
run in,
the
right?
Wednesday night game against Courthouse.
Okay,
he had the game-winning hit. Then
he
gets the first game Saturday and pitches very well.
He's been the DH pretty much every game,
right?
Even when we started in Myrtle Beach, and
right.
he's been one of our better hitters so far.
Sure. Another freshman. We are freshmen at catcher and pitcher. Both are athletes that have so much upside.
Yeah, and I think Jake, you put him in a situation like this, it's kind of tough. But, he's played a lot of varsity sports already. So.
Well, I will say this. Let's see. Runner advanced to third on there. In his start the other day, he went, I think, 4 2/3 innings. He had a couple third-out strikeouts with runners on base.
Yeah.
So I don't think things faze him too much.
No, I don't either.
I feel for Landon Rapp. He pitched so well his last time out against Courthouse. That was a huge win, a Frontier Athletic Conference win. Just couldn't find the home plate today.
Well, like I said, Dan, being at every game so far, we had a situation with one of our earlier games, Rylan Wyatt started out. He couldn't find it. We actually had a game with Ryan Simons down at Myrtle Beach. He started out and he couldn't find. There's just some days you don't have your stuff.
Some days, you're right. Okay. Score 1-0. Runners on second and third base. 1 out. Jacob Gallagher's first pitch just a little bit outside. He's a lefty. Facing right-handed hitter Jamison Heyer. He is the DH. 2 runners in scoring position. First base is open. Gallagher, the lefty, takes a look. That pitch is over the outside edge. Nice pitch there. 1 ball or 2 balls. Is it 2 balls and a strike?
I thought it was 1-1.
I did too. Sometimes they.
Well, we've got Matthew Jenkins running the scoreboard, so.
Well, so we're going to be guessing a lot, aren't we?
Yes.
The 2-1 swing and a miss. Foul tipped, but nice job there. 2-2 the count. Boy, a strikeout, how big would that be?
Big. And I've said all along, if we don't walk runners, we've got a pretty good defense. So
I think they're very good.
Make them hit the ball.
There's a shot down the left field line. It's going to be fair just inside the left field line. Chased over by Eli Ray. His throw in, and both runs will score. That is an RBI, 2 RBI single for Jamison Heyer. 2 RBI. Score now stands at 3-0. Still just 1 out. Keenan Moore, the right fielder, a senior, coming up to the plate. That was a well-hit ball.
Yeah, he hit it just in the right spot there over the third baseman.
There's a curveball, and it catches the edge of the plate by Jacob. We haven't been ahead in a count yet. Finally, 0-1.
Yep.
Three runs in tonight. Big Frontier Athletic Conference game. I'll tell you, there's a swing and a miss. The whole league is rooting for Miami Trace tonight.
Oh, yeah, there's no question. With us, if we could come out 4-0,
right,
and especially over this team, we would we would definitely be in the driver's seat. So it's a huge game for Miami Trace.
Pitch to Keenan Moore. That's high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still 1 out.
We need to get out of this inning here.
Because as you said, this is about the time we're going to get the hitting shoes on. Let's hope.
Let's hope it's tonight.
There's a
we're going to
curveball.
need it.
That's fouled down the right field line, but foul by about 6 feet. That was kind of a check swing. Moore trying to protect the plate, the right fielder. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Still work to do in our second pitcher already there. There's a throw over to Bodie at first base. Runner back easily, but just the lefty on the mound certainly has a good look at that lead runner over at first.
Yeah, I always,
let him know
I
you're
always
looking.
hated being at first base with a left-hander. You just never know when they're thrown over.
There's a pitch, and my, that was close, just barely outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. There's a curve that kind of drifts high and outside. Full count. Keenan Moore, senior, right fielder. And there is a fly ball, but it's well foul. Back across Huron Street.
He did a good job fouling that off. He's having a good at-bat, really, right now. We really need this out.
Yes, we do. Full count, 1 out. Runner not getting much of a lead. There's a pitch. Oh, that's fouled back once again onto Huron Street. That car is glad it was a little ways back, or truck, I guess.
We're putting Brenner to work over there.
Well, it's not Brenner. Brenner got the night off. We got
that is a Brenner, though. That's Jennifer Brenner's.
Yep,
boy.
Ashton Brenner and Trent Jenkins. That's a dangerous duo. That pitch is low, and it's another walk. That'll be the 4th walk this inning for Ironman pitching.
Not the start that we wanted.
We
Definitely
were
not.
so bragging about our pitching coming into today, but this first inning has been, what would you call it, a nightmare?
Yeah, definitely. And like I say,
and kids know, too, what a big game this is.
And you got 3 runs.
Already in, you have 2 on, and we're still just sitting with 1 out in the inning. Gabe Carson. Now, how do you get this? We have 2 Gages and a Gabe in this lineup for Miami Trace.
That's an awful lot alike, aren't they?
Yes, it is. Fumbling and bumbling guy like me with the microphone can make a lot of mistakes. This is your center fielder, Gabe Carson. He's just a sophomore. That pitch is high. Like we said, we brought Jacob in a tough situation. Looks like he's really trying to force the issue here, and he's struggling getting the ball across the plate. The last batter did a nice job of fouling things off to keep his at bat alive. There's a curve going to be called right across the numbers.
Nice
That's a 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
We've talked, Dan. A lot of the pitchers that we have, they're going to be young.
Yes, these are first-time situations.
Bodie's had an arm issue. Eli has an arm issue, so they're not going to.
There's another shot right over the third baseman's head, all the way down left field near the fence. Eli Ray gets it into the relay, but a run scores again. Second hit in the inning along all those walks. That's an RBI. Runner stopped at second, but the runner on second scored. That was Jamison Heyer. Now the score stands at 4-0 and still only 1 out. Gavin Maynard, the pitcher, is at the plate. He's got to feel good about the situation. Gets to take the mound with a at minimum 4-run lead. Pitch a little bit high.
Yeah, that makes it a little easier on the pitcher's nerves too when you can go out there and you've got a good lead.
Oh boy!
I'm not sure what grade this kid's in, but
I can tell you he's a sophomore, so he's young.
There's another young kid, yeah.
There's a pitch for a strike. They have 4 seniors, 1 junior, and the rest are sophomores in their lineup. Left fielder's a junior, 2 juniors, so a little bit like us, kind of a senior sophomore dominated team at the moment. There is a ball fouled over here on Street. Well out of play. We're ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pace of this game, Shane, you're going to want overtime.
I don't know. It's going to be past my bedtime, I think.
That pitch is high and outside, and runner going to try to advance.
Yes.
Nice throw by DeLong. Oh, he slid under the tag. It sure looked good from here, didn't it?
My goodness.
I think Coach McGraw maybe wants to discuss that a little bit. I think
it was close, to be honest.
It sure didn't look like it. I think Coach McGraw at least discussed that with the umpire, but he called him safe, so the runner advances.
My goodness.
That is a stolen base. Now they're on the corners. 4 runs in, runners on the corner, still just 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gavin Maynard, the pitcher. That pitch is high.
Come on, Jake.
Full count again. Waylon DeLong had a beautiful throw down the third.
Well,
Cooper Markham looked like he made a great catch and a tag. That ball was fouled straight back behind us. We're struggling throwing strikes, and they are doing a good job fouling off the good pitches, aren't they? That ball is fouled straight back. Yeah, we've gone deep in the pitches per batters a lot.
Not the start you want.
No, full count again, 1 out, runners on the corners. Pitcher Gavin Maynard for Miami Trace at the plate. Jacob Gallagher's pitch is a little bit high, and it's another walk. That is the 5th walk here in the first inning. Runners are loaded up. Carter Davidson, the third baseman, he is a sophomore. Coming to the plate, this is their 9th batter this inning. Still just 1 out, 4 runs in. Ooh, nice curveball. There's a strike. Pitcher's now in a position we just need to make him put the ball in play and trust our defense.
You've got nowhere to put him now, that's for sure.
Yep. 0-1 pitch. Curve a little high and outside, 1-1. Infield's in. They want to prevent the run. That curveball hangs up high. 2 balls, 1 strike. You got to come with strikes now.
Yeah, somehow, some way.
Yep. The 2-1. That's a good pitch. Right on the outside edge. I don't know if the batter had a take on it.
I didn't think for a minute that he was going to give us that one.
Yeah. Needed that one. 2-2. 1 out. 4 runs already in by Miami Trace. They want more. Pitch by Jacob, and a nice, swing is fouled back.
They're doing a good job making us pitch to them.
They really are. When things are going right, those become misses and they're strikeouts.
Yeah.
Carter Davidson, sophomore third baseman, up the plate. And there's a shot right up the middle. Line drive to center field. Leighton Camp will get the ball in, but 2 more runs score. That's their 9th hitter with a single, 2 RBIs. Runners now will be on first and second. Still only 1 out. Leadoff hitter Austin Brown, seems like a long time ago, came up, drew a walk. advanced to third on a wild pitch, scored on a wild pitch, scored the first run of the contest, and Coach Dross McGraw, it's Coach Ryan DeLong is going to take the walk out and talk things over with Jacob.
This is not a good situation. You're in a spot where you don't really know what to do now.
You can't. You don't want to go through your whole lineup. Now, we do have a couple off days until Saturday. I'm going to come back on the field Saturday at noon, 12 o'clock first pitch. Zane Trace comes to town, so that is fun, and we will have that broadcast for you. Coach DeLong gives him a little pat on the back as he leaves him, I think, just to talk it over. It's okay.
Still just one out. It seems like it's been an hour since we got that first out.
Well, it's been right at a half hour. It has been a while. The only out we got was a sacrifice bunt.
Yeah.
Okay. Austin Brown up for the second time. Runners on first and second. 6 runs in. And there is a bunt popped up but foul. Six for Miami Trace. The Ironmen have yet to come to the plate. Trace team having some fun over there in their dugout. That pitch is a curveball, hangs a little bit outside. One ball, one strike, one out. This is your leadoff hitter. He's the catcher. Austin Brown. That pitch is driven to right field, and it falls in there for another hit. Austin Seymour gets over there quickly. I meant Ashton Seymour. But he keeps the runners advancing just one base, so the bases are loaded again. Feels like it's been that way forever. Already 6 runs in, still only 1 out. That's their 4th hit to go along with 5 walks, and the first pitch is a strike.
And, like we talked about, we walked the leadoff man. Here we are, 5 walks. You can't have that in a game. In the first inning, especially.
Brody McBee, the second baseman. He has an opportunity here. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball by Jacob. 0-2 the count. Play at every base because they're all loaded up. That pitch hangs a little outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That pitch is inside, just missed him.
Just missed him. I thought it had hit him.
You're right. I think he looked over in the dugout and says, boy, I should have leaned into that one a little bit. That'd get you an RBI.
Yep.
Two the count. That pitch is a swing and a miss, and we finally get that elusive second out in the inning. And that brings up Gage Bowers. He walked in the first, scored a run.
I know he had a base hit the other night. I think he had 1 base hit. Definitely, like you said, a good athlete.
Oh, boy. I still remember the shot he made up there with 1 second left, not this year, but the year before, to get us in basketball, and he was just a freshman. Those still hurt.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yes, you do. Bowers at the plate. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Infield can step back now, at least baseline. There's a good pitch for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I would say Coach Smith down there at third base probably telling his players to make him throw a strike before you have to swing. That's been the issue this first inning for the Ironmen pitching. There is a swing and a miss. He gets ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Took a little off that one, Jacob Gallagher did.
I know they already have 6, but getting this out would be
huge.
Would be huge.
Can't let this number get totally away from you. They got a sophomore on the mound. There's no reason we can't make this game very exciting, but we need an out, and that one's a little bit outside. 2-2, 2 outs, 3 on. The 2-2, there's a ground ball, hit to the shortstop. Ryan Simets gets it over to second base to Tanner Jenkins. Nice job fielding, big third out. But it is Miami Trace coming up with a 6-run first inning. They had 4 hits in the contest, but they had 5 walks, 6 runs in, and the Ironmen are finally coming to bat. So after the top half of the first, this YouTube Total Media Sports will be back in just 1 minute.
Company Warranty Title Agency is a place you can trust. Whether you're closing on your first home or deed preparation, title exams, and more, Warranty Title Agency has got you covered. Stop by 227 East Main Street, Jackson.
We doing okay? Everything's good?
2240.
When your vehicle or semi finds itself stuck on the road, call the rescue team at Angles Garage and Wrecker Service, located at 10992 Chillicothe Pike in Jackson. Call Angles Garage and Wrecker Service at 577-3636. Let's hook up.
Apple City Wholesalers in Jackson.
Fantasy draw for NBA playoffs Sunday night at my house.
I don't get invited to
Usually
that.
50
With your
to 60%
neighbors in
or
charge.
more. Don't miss their popular Facebook Live
How's your other
sales
neighbor,
Sunday
Wanda?
through Thursday at 5 p.m. featuring 60 to
Still
70
in
items each night.
That's
All
right.
brand new or priced
His
lower
wife was
than
out
in-store
talking to Shane
prices.
today, and I
From
just
tools and
figured getting
toys
an
to
update. They're
fashion
pretty
and home
close.
goods. You'll save big.
Scott said that
Like and
my
follow
brother
Apple
was
City
up there last
Wholesalers
night.
on
He said
Facebook
they
or
got
stop
him
by
out
in person.
wherever he was at
Apple
for a
City
little while.
Wholesalers, your budget-friendly shopping destination. At Apple City Wholesalers.
We're back here at Sparky Howler Field, a game that felt like it started forever, but we're just getting to the bottom of the first inning, and it was Miami Trace putting a 6th spot up on the board against our Jackson Ironmen. Ironman's lineup tonight changed around a little bit. Ryan Simets will be our leadoff hitter. He certainly has done that before. Wayland DeLong batting second. Bodie Wooford, the first baseman, batting third. Eli Ray jumps up to the cleanup spot. Ashton Seymour, right fielder, will bat 5th. Jacob Gallagher, DH, batting 6th. Tanner Jenkins, the second baseman, batting 7th. Leighton Camp, center fielder, batting 8th. And Cooper Markham, third baseman, batting 9th. Stockroom 601, John Clark Law, Edward Jones with Chad Niddle, Red Apple Realty, Warranty Title Company, Kelly Wiley Realty, Top Tier Custom. Some of our sponsors will mention throughout the broadcast. They make this all possible. Shane, we got work to do.
Yes, we do. And when you find yourself down 6-0 in the first inning, I think your focus is just to kind of chip away at it. You know, try and get a couple runs here and there. And of course, you know, you got to come out and play some defense. We definitely have to do better pitching in the next inning.
Well, we got to
and the rest of the game.
Got to keep them in this area right now, and you know, it does change your game plan a little bit. Takes away sacrifice bunts and things like that. You can't give away outs, but we got a good one starting off here with Ryan Simets, the shortstop. Fouls that one, I think, out of play. Is it? Oh, right fielder able to make the play just inside the line. Ryan, first pitch hitting, just gets under it. Second hitter, Wayland DeLong. He's our catcher tonight coming up. Need to get Wayland on base. Ryan, people like that on base. We are a good base running team.
Yeah.
Sophomore pitcher on the mound. His first pitch is called a strike, and that's high and inside, and that's would have been a tough pitch to hit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sophomore pitching, Gavin Maynard. He's a righty. DeLong batting from the right side. Now there was a fine curveball that catches the inside part of the plate. Another tough one to hit. 2 good pitches so far against Whalen. The count is no balls, 2 strikes.
Like I said, it's kind of easy going out there on the mound now when you have a 6-0 lead.
That ball is hit high in the air towards center fielder. He camps under it and makes a catch, and 2 quick outs for the Ironmen. Bodie Woodford coming up. Been talking about Bodie Woodford, it seems like forever. 3-sport star here at Jackson, batting in the 3rd spot. Our first baseman, see if he can get something going for Jackson. And that pitch, did it graze him? He turned, it just misses him. Ball on the first pitch. Don't time to step in and take it. I knew what you were thinking.
We need base runners however we can get them.
That pitch is way outside. Wish there was a base runner on there as it goes back to the backstop. Quick 2 balls, no strikes. We'll take a 2-out rally. Anyway. The 2-0 pitch to Bodie, and that's way outside, 3-0. That pitch is a strike, and you mentioned it, but football was tough on Coach McGraw, losing pitching arms to both Bodie and Eli Ray, which would have been 2 of your senior pitchers. It makes our staff get a lot younger this year, but they're both very valuable out in the field and hitting. That is a curveball hit slowly to the shortstop. He charges. Gage Bowers makes a nice play and gets the out, about 1 step short of Bodie being there. So the Ironmen go out 1-2-3 here in the first inning. After 1 inning of play, it is Miami Trace Panthers 6, our Jackson Ironmen 0. We'll be right back with more Ironman baseball right here on YouTube Total Media Sports.
Step into the charm of Archinetti's, located in a beautiful 1800s colonial-style house at 181 East Main Street in Jackson. Open Tuesday through Saturday with 3 daily off-the-menu lunch and dinner specials. Archinetti's prides itself in providing you with a fresh and delicious homemade meal each and every time. Archinetti's, where history meets great food.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company. BCR offers competitive salaries, professional development opportunities, and an employee referral bonus program. Visit BCRMCO.com to apply. BCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
You pretty much
This factory has walls.
need to win the
There's
rest
no
of them.
ceiling.
Here,
You know what I mean?
If you want to be outright.
Join a team
and
where
I
you
was
can
gonna
use your
mention
unique
here in a minute.
talents to grow both personally
We have
and professionally.
25 straight FAC wins
BCOfoods.com/careers.
regular season.
That's
that right?
Two the last year from 2 years ago, 10,
Foods.com/careers.
and then 3 this year.
Construction specializes
This would be a
in
26th.
turnkey construction,
We'll
room
mention that,
additions,
but-
kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as residential and commercial roofing. They also do silicone and acrylic roof coverings.
Well, we got a new
Call
pitcher.
today for a free estimate. 740-418-6140. Ryan Moore Construction.
1 inning in the book. Not been our favorite inning of the year. Jackson finds themselves down by a score of 6-0. And Jackson staying with that youth movement pitching-wise. Second inning, we're going to take our second baseman, Tanner Jenkins, and move him to the mound. Cooper Markham will now move from third base to second. And Landon Rapp, who was our original starting pitcher, will go back to his normal position at third base. Tanner's pitched well in spots this year for the Ironmen.
Well, I think the biggest thing right now, Dan, is having someone in there that will throw strikes.
That's critical. I mean, I will say the one thing about Trace, we gave them all those walks, loaded the bases full of them there, and then they end up getting four pretty hard-hit singles after that, but it took the walks to get the inning started.
Yes.
Cooper Innings coming up, the first baseman. He walked, scored a run. 3 of the first 4 batters in the first were able to draw a walk. And their fifth hitter gets a big 2-run RBI. 6-0, Ironmen find themselves down. Tanner Jenkins, sophomore on the mound. And that pitch hits Innings right in the middle of the back. So we put that first runner on again. The fifth hitter in the lineup, Jamison Hire, probably has the biggest hit of the contest. He had the 2-run single in the first that really got things going for Trace. That pitched a little bit low by Tanner. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a strike. Outside part of the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. We are a really good fielding team, and we haven't got to show it yet.
Yeah,
There's a pitch a little bit low and outside. The throw down to second base pulls Cooper Markham off the bag. The runner will still come in easy. He did slide, but the stolen base was pretty easy. The pitch was a little bit outside. Whalen had to really hustle to get a good throw on it.
I think maybe we didn't hold him, good enough over there first base on that one.
That's a big man that just stole a base.
It goes to show you what kind of athlete he is.
Yes.
And I just talked to you about it before the broadcast, but I was told that he's going to Eastern Kentucky and playing football, and we've definitely got to see him a little bit the last couple of years in football.
Oh, yeah. He was a two-way outstanding player for the Panthers. That pitch is swung on and fouled down the left field line. Way foul. Full count. Runner on second base. Jamison Hire singled in the first, 2 RBI single. Got Trace really out of the chutes early in this game. Right-hander Jenkins, and there's a shot to left field, but it coming in. Eli Ray makes a nice play. Got a good jump on the ball.
Scared me at first, Dan.
Yeah, I think for a second he thought it might be going farther. And wind is blowing out, but he did a nice job. But we know what. Eli's an excellent athlete. He can cover ground.
Well,
and he did a nice job there.
if he wouldn't have caught that, I'd have got all over.
I would think you would have. I think you would have. I wasn't too worried about it.
He's one of Bodie's big buddies, so I can give him a
Oh, that crew of seniors that was on the basketball team, tight as thieves. Can you say that? Swing and a miss on a curveball. 1 out. 0-1 the count. Runner still on second base. They have had fun this senior year, haven't they?
Yes, they have. They've done well.
10 football wins, 20 basketball wins, and hopefully a whole bunch of baseball wins. Yet to be seen.
And like we say, 6-0, you're not out of the game yet.
Nope, nope.
You keep clawing your way back.
Tanner throws back to second base. Cooper Markham snuck in there, got a tag on the runner, but he was back. Little things that are Coach McGraw baseball. He does a nice job throughout the year picking off runners. I think they're well coached in that area.
Well, and that's what we did to end the game the other night, Dan. I don't know if you heard that or not.
I did.
Ryan was able to pick a kid
off.
off.
And there is a second batter. Oh, that one fouled off. He showed bunt. Throw came right back to the middle of his back. Was going to hit him, but it hit the brat first, so it turns into a strike. Runner was going, so he ends up on third base. Should be 1 ball, 2 strikes, I think, up there now. And that ball is fouled just out of the batting circle down the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on third.
Tanner throws a pretty good curveball, so hopefully I could see him coming with one of those now.
And he did, in a swing and a miss. Wayland DeLong, I think it was foul tipped, and Wayland held on to it. Nice job there to get that second out. Runner still sitting there on third base. Gabe Carson, the center fielder, will be up. Tanner Jenkins hit the first batter. Stole second, came to third on a bunt attempt, and there's a nice curveball. Gets away from Wayland, but not far enough. The runner stays. 1 ball, no strikes. Let's see if the Ironmen can get out of this inning. Got to start putting some zeros up there for the bad guys.
Yeah, we don't have we don't have a lot of leeway right now.
There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't mean Trace is bad guys, but I would have to say, would you call them probably our top rival the last couple years?
Definitely a team you don't want to get embarrassed by.
I think both teams love to beat each other. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that curveball working for Tanner right now. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and that curve hangs just a little bit inside. 2-2 your count. That runner still sitting there on third base. Down 6, you want to keep.
You definitely have to stop the bleeding.
Yes, you do. That pitch is low and outside. Welling takes a look down to his buddy Landon Rapp, was about to throw behind the runner. Those are nervy. A bad throw then's an automatic run, so we'll keep him there on third. And there is a pitch, and just low. It is a walk. Now we'll have runners on the corners. There are 2 outs, and here comes the pitcher up again. Gavin Maynard certainly got the Ironman 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the first inning. He's got him on the corners. He's got a 6-run lead, and I'm sure in the back of his mind he'd love more. There's a pitch, and they're going to throw down to second base on a steal attempt, but they actually, Cooper Barkham came forward, would have made the play back to home plate had the runner attempted to go, so it will be a stolen base for Carson. Runners now on second and third. First base is open, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. There's a good curve ball, and it gets away from DeLong, but not far enough for runners to do anything.
We need this one, Dan.
Yes, we do. Got 2 runners in scoring position. There are 2 outs. Got your soft pitcher at the plate, batting 8th in the order. It's a must out, and there is a ground ball hit.
That's
fair,
ball,
and Bodie will scoop it up, touch first base.
That was a little bit of luck that we needed.
Well, it was foul for a few feet, wasn't it?
Yep.
On there. But the ground out to our first baseman, and the Trace is out in the inning. They did have a hit by a pitch and a walk, but no runs scored. So after an inning and a half, it is Miami Trace 6, our Jackson Ironmen 0. We're coming to bat. We'll be right back.
Specializes in turnkey construction, room additions, kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as residential and commercial roofing. They also do silicone and acrylic roof coverings. Call today for a free estimate, 740-418-6140.
Well, unfortunately, we've all been in this situation before.
Dave's & Son Cleaning Service wants you to know that there is a simple solution to all your cleaning needs. Call Dave's & Son Cleaning Service at 286-4280. No, really, that's the solution. They don't cut corners, they clean them.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture. Contact me, Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor, at 740-286-4872. Your 401k is like
Baseball here at Sparky Howler Field. Not been the start the Ironmen wanted. Let's see if we can start pecking away at a 6-0 lead by Miami Trace. Once again, our sponsors, Apple City Wholesalers, Rent to Own, Angles Garage and Wrecker Service, Virgil Hamilton Insurance, University of Rio Grande, Charmed Boutique, Arch and Eddie's, Matheny's Small Engine Repair, Dave's & Sons Cleaning. They make these broadcasts possible. Cleanup hitter Eli Ray coming to the plate with a little music in the background for him.
You know, you mentioned those sponsors, Dan. We are very lucky here.
Look at this list I got.
Yeah.
I do a third of them, try 2 each inning.
And that's the thing, you know, they do it in baseball, they do it for basketball, they do it for football, cheerleading, you know, you name it. Our local people are definitely good.
Well, I've been trying to say it at least once a broadcast. Our community is very special. Kids are first. Please vote yes to keep this community, the special things we have, going the right direction. First pitch is a little bit high. Ball 1. Eli Ray, the senior, 3-sport player this season, football, basketball, and now baseball. Had a great football career.
Yeah, he did.
Outstanding cornerback
he really
for us for a number of years. Actually played a lot there for 3 seasons. There's a curve, and it catches the inside part of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Actually started making some nice catches down the field by his buddy Bodie, throwing them to him.
He had a really good year this
year. He did. There's a ball fouled back off the catcher's mask. Kind of shakes that off. 2-2 the count.
Just if you're a batter for Jackson, you're getting up there and you got to get on base however you can.
However you
whether
can.
it be a walk, hit by pitch, hit. You know, we need runners right now.
Need to put the ball in play. Oh, and there's a shot to left field. It's way back. He's taking a look, and it is over the big, tall left field fence. And Eli Ray gets the Ironman on the board. Boy, did he turn on that one, Shane.
Yes, he did, over the big fence.
That's a heck of a shot here.
And you know, I mean, if you look at the wind right now, Dan, it wasn't even headed that way.
No, it's kind of going left to right field at the moment. But you could see it come off the bat.
That was a shot. Maybe
yes.
That'll get us sparked here.
Well, he had a big hit Monday night. Eli Ray, they put him in the cleanup spot. Boy, did he do what Coach McGraw needed. We're on the board. 1 run in. Our first hit, obviously. Ashton Seymour, sophomore right fielder. That pitch is high and outside. We'll just take an old high scoring affair here tonight. That would work. Righty, swing, fouled back. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. We've mentioned it. Seymour kind of really played his way on the field last year as a freshman. Just had some big hits. Earned his spot. There's a curve, and that's called a strike, and I don't think Ashton thought it was.
He's done a really good job pitching so far, Dan. The other night in that game, I think he came in and threw 2 or 3 innings. Did a great job.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and there's a shot to center field, but right at the center fielder. Didn't have to move too far. He hit it well. But right at center field. Jacob Gallagher coming up. No, I'm sorry. It's Landon Rapp, who replaced Jacob Gallagher. Landon at third base. Was the starting pitcher. Struggled finding home plate. In that big first inning for Miami Trace, but up here now with 1 out, nobody on, 6-1 Trace lead. See if Landon can get us going, and there is a pitch that's going to be a strike. Couldn't quite check his swing. No balls, 2 strikes. Landon, a sophomore. That pitch is high, and you know, after a start like today, you just want him to keep his confidence up because he's a big part of this baseball program.
And like we talked about,
he's going to have many, many more big starts.
Yeah, and you don't have your best every day.
That pitch is inside.
Unfortunately, we've all been there, you know.
Oh boy.
And now, you know, his attitude needs to be, you know, now I can help
Leave
us
this
back
behind
out.
me. Let me get on base.
Get rid of it. Move on.
2-2 the count. Righty versus righty, and that pitch is a little bit out. Oh, they call it a strike. Tough one on Landon.
We've got a pretty good view, and I I thought that was a little outside. But
Yeah, I always like to think the home plate
You have
umpire is a
2
little
strikes.
closer than we are, but with
when
2
you have
strikes,
2 strikes, you can't let the
you gotta
umpire
protect.
determine it. That's for sure.
Tanner Jenkins has gone from second base to the mound. Did a nice job there of getting Miami Trace out in that second inning. First pitch is a ball. Tanner, a sophomore, part of this youth movement for the Ironmen. There is a ball, fly ball to right field. I think they got a play on a first baseman, drifts back, and he is able to make the catch in foul territory. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning for Jackson, but we do score 1 run, first of the night for the Ironmen, on a home run by senior Eli Ray, and it was a shot over the left field fence. So with 2 innings of play, it is Miami Trace 6, our Jackson Ironmen 1, and we'll be back for 3rd inning action right here on Total Media Sports.
One of your most important assets. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture. Contact me, Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial
One of my favorite
advisor,
people
at
walking back here to the concession.
740-286-4872.
I think you know that.
I've got him going to the
Associates
doctor
is your local connection
Friday.
to buying and
What's
selling real estate.
He's got-
They have a team of great agents
watch
ready
him
to help
walk.
you.
I
Find
did.
out
I
how
was
bad
wondering,
actually buy
is it a hip?
There are a lot of
Okay,
steps
I was
involved
gonna
in
say
buying or
knee.
selling real
I've
estate,
been after
and it's
him for a
important to work
while,
with an agent you
and,
trust to guide you through. ERA Martin and Associates, with offices in Jackson
Bodie
and
and
Wellston,
Kate both
pushing
went
all of
to
our
a
local
doctor down in
athletes to great
Cincinnati,
success.
Beacon Orthopedics. They do stuff for the Reds and stuff like that.
Special
so
thanks to
finally
Henderson's
talked
Western
him
Store
into
for
calling
sponsoring our
in.
ground camp.
So
Your
he's got an
support
appointment
helps
Friday
make all of
morning.
this possible.
You know, we
Thank
young
you,
guys are
Henderson.
kind of stubborn about that kind of stuff.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than. Visit VCNBFamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and.
Sparky Howler Field. It is Miami Trace 6, the Jackson Ironmen 1. Sponsors once again make this possible: Jackson Transportation, Belicio Foods, Schuard Folks Insurance, Ohio Valley Bank, Eagle Loans, Keith Mannering Trucking, and Southern Ohio Smiles. And you're right, Shane, have you ever seen a community that backs their schools, and not just sports? They back everything. Everything. It's very special here.
And I'm sure it's been that way since you were in school,
Yep.
probably.
Yep.
I know it has since I've been in school.
Oh, yeah. Carter Davidson, he is batting the 9th hitter, who had a huge hit in that 6-run first inning, had a single, drove in 2 of the runs to allow Miami Trace to get that 6-0 lead to start the game. 1 ball, 1 strike, or no balls, 1 strike. Now it's 1-1. Curveball hangs a little inside. Top of the 3rd inning here. Beautiful night for baseball. Just not been the game we were totally hoping for, but not saying anything. We're not out of it yet, are we?
You can't give up till the final whistle, that's for sure.
That pitch was on the outside edge. Good pitch by Tanner Jenkins. 1-2 the count. And that's a curveball, just a little bit low. Carter Davidson, not the biggest guy, doesn't give you a huge strike zone. That pitch is inside, count goes full. Haven't been able to get the first batter out yet on this Trace team. We need an out here.
We need to make them hit. No freebies.
There is a line drive, and Eli Ray running catch, and a nice job. We've seen him make a handful of good plays out in left field. So far, our star of the game, he had a home run last inning. There's a nice catch. It was a line drive shot. He covered some ground and got to it. Big out.
And that's what we say. Just throw strikes, make them hit the ball.
Yep.
We've got a great defense, so
Austin Brown
that would be the main thing.
He has walked, scored a run. He has had a single in the first inning. Those were 2 at-bats in the first inning. That's always a bad sign, but 1 out, nobody on. Their leadoff hitter, he's their catcher. pitch just a little bit outside. 2 balls, no strikes. 5 walks, 4 singles in that first inning. Allowed Trace to put a 6 spot up on the board. There's a good pitch, and it's hit pretty well to center field, but Leighton Camp kind of coasts under it there, makes a nice catch. There are 2 outs in the inning. Both balls hit decently, but like you have said, we're a good fielding team.
Yeah, and
we can make plays.
And Tanner, he's pitched in a couple games. You know, he doesn't overpower you, but he's got a lot of different pitches. And you know, like I say, if you just throw strikes and make them put it in play, we can handle that.
Yep. First pitch a little bit low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Tanner's done the job so far. He's pitching into his 2nd inning. There's a foul ball down the right side, out of play, trying to keep the Ironmen in this contest. His brother chasing down foul balls out there over here on the street, and there he turns on that one. It's a long shot, but way foul down the left field line. Count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, a nice curveball, but it's grounded toward third base, and Landon Rapp gets his glove on it, but can't come up clean with it. Would have been a very tough play. How do you call that one? It would have been an outstanding play, but where it was hit is going to be tough to make an out. We'll call that an error. He got his glove there. First, third batter up, Gage Bowers. He has walked, scored a run.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen these guys quite a few times up at the plate already.
Top of the 3rd inning, and this is his 3rd at bat.
As a player, that's the kind of game.
Oh, don't you like that? There's a shot to center field. Leighton Camp chases it down. Oh, what a nice play. Up and over the shoulder catch on the dead run. He gets Gage Bowers their 3rd hit. Ironman makes some good plays in the field, and I'll tell you what, Tanner Jenkins is keeping us in this game. 2 good innings of pitch.
Strikes, you know. That's
through strikes, so after 2.5 innings, Miami Trace 6, the Ironman 1. We'll be right back with more Jackson Ironman baseball.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need a ride for any occasion? Choose Jackson Transportation, serving Jackson County and beyond with safe, reliable, and affordable service since 1995. Call 740-288-2091 and arrive in style.
When life throws you the unexpected, you need someone who knows the law and knows the community. From personal injury to criminal defense, family law to estate planning, John Clark has the experience you can trust. Call today, 740-286-4200, or visit 221 East Main Street in Jackson.
Every home is part of a chapter in your life story. Whether it's your first home, a place in your growing family, or an empty nester cottage, I'm here for you. From my team to you.
D-Day down here at Sparky Howler Field. Wind blowing out for the most part, but that wasn't a factor for Miami Trace getting 6 runs. It was Ironman having a hard time finding home plate. 5 walks in the first inning, couple big hits by Miami Trace. They held a 6-0 lead. Eli Ray got us on the board with a home run in the 2nd inning, and now 3rd inning, Leighton Camp, who just made an outstanding fielding play. Aren't you supposed to lead off the inning when you make a play like that?
I think so.
Leighton
we need his speed, too.
Yes.
So.
Curveball a little bit inside. 6-1 is your Miami Trace lead. First pitch to Leighton is a ball. Boy, we would take some walks, get some base runners. That pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Cooper Markham, the now second baseman, will be on deck. That's a 3-0 count to Layton, and boy, can we use a first runner on and a good base runner to boot. The 3-0 pitch. And that's high.
Yep.
Pitch is
well like
high.
We talked, just chip away.
Yep.
That's what you do in this situation. Somehow get these two guys on, then we're back to the top of the order. Could be a big inning.
Cooper Markham started the game at third base, moved over to second. When we made some pitching changes, brought Tanner in. Boy, immediately Coach Smith is out there discussing things over with his pitcher. All 4 pitches were well out of the strike zone, and he certainly don't want to get momentum going in favor of these Ironmen. Coach McGraw has Ryan Simetz discussing things over there with Cooper Markham.
I think it's pretty safe to say that we won't give up.
No.
That's for sure.
No, Jackson.
So, and I think their coach understands that. You know, like you said, he doesn't want us to get any momentum because he knows what we're capable of.
Righty versus righty. Runner on first. The typical Camp stance over on first base as a base runner. His older brother had the exact same stance, and they look like base runners out there, don't they?
And you know, at this point, you don't want to take a chance and get picked off or anything. You need all the base runners that you can get. So
first pitch a little low and outside. 5 straight balls by the sophomore pitcher. You know, base running, you can send him. You don't want to get an out running the bases.
Yeah, there's no sense in doing that. That's for sure.
Nope, you got to get something going. That pitch is a curveball that hangs high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. One thing about it with Cooper Markham, I think you're going to make this young man throw a strike now. 6 straight balls to start this 3rd inning. And that pitch is a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 on. Leighton Camp on first base. He drew a walk on 4 pitches. Third baseman in tight. And there is a shot down the right field line by Cooper Markham. Nice hit there.
No
Camp
sense
will
in doing anything.
Well, he hit it hard enough. Camp will stay at second base, but boy, 2 on and nobody out.
You know, Dan, I told you the other day Cooper got a chance to play some on Saturday, and he was able to get a hit and a walk. So, you know, I've seen that he can do the job.
Oh, no question about it. And doing a little bit of an Ashton Seymour, kind of just forcing his way into the lineup, isn't he?
Sometimes you got to take advantage of your opportunities, you know. Like I said, we've got a young lineup, still working on the pieces, so.
Well, here comes one of the best 3 sport athletes Jackson has had in quite a while. One of the very top of the list. He and Bodie excel in 3 sports. It's a hard thing to do in this day and age, but Ryan Simetz at the plate with 2 on. First pitch is a strike. And there's a shot up the middle. The shortstop. Oh my gosh, the shortstop bobbled it, touched, but it was right at second base, throws it down to first, and they call him out.
Wow.
And I don't think Coach McGraw is in total agreement with that call. But that's a double play. Leighton Camp does stay at third base, but the Cooper Markham is knocked off. The first base runner is out at second, and they're able to turn a double play, get Ryan Simetz. Wayland DeLong on the bat at the bat, and that's a pitch inside, and it looked like it hit him. I guess he got out of the way.
We need this other run, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was a big play by Gage Bowers there at shortstop.
It was awful close at first base.
It was real close. There is a line drive to center field, but it hangs up in the air long enough for the center fielder to make a play. So the Ironmen go out. They lead off the inning with a walk, then a single, but a double play and a fly out end things for Jackson. So after 3 innings of play here at Sparky Howler Field, Miami Trace 6, your Jackson Ironmen 1, and we'll be back with more Ironman baseball right here on Total Media Sports.
Every home is part of a chapter in your life story. Whether it's your first home, a place in your growing family, or an empty nester cottage, I'm here for you. From my team to yours, go Ironman.
As we honor the spirit of hard work and the American grit that keeps our community strong, Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping is here to help you tackle the tough jobs. When winter hits, count on our fast, dependable snow removal, and don't forget to stop in and look at our wide selection of firewood for sale so your home stays warm all winter long. If you have a storage shed that needs cleaned out, call 740-577-2218 today, and they'll get it done quickly and professionally. This season, choose a locally trusted, veteran-owned and operated team that believes in service, reliability, and pride in every job. Matheny's Hauling and Landscaping, working hard for the red, white, and you.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's. And I'm loving it, and you will too. Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill.
Sparky Howler Field, 3 innings in the book. Miami Trace been very dominant. They get all 6 of their runs in that first inning. Since then, Tanner Jenkins has done a nice job of stopping their momentum, but it is still Miami Trace 6, the Jackson Ironmen 1, our 1 run, an Eli Ray home run. Now it's crunch time, Shane. We got to hang in there, and hopefully
we definitely can't let them get any more.
Force them into going through some multiple pitching situations. Cooper Innings coming up to the plate, his 3rd time up. He has walked, scored a run, been hit by a pitch, has a stolen base. He's your cleanup hitter, but leading off here in the 4th. First pitch, could have hit him again, but he gets out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes. You get hit once, you might not want to hit that second time if it stung a bit. Pitch from Tanner, a little bit low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
I know it's a free base, but when you like to hit, you know.
Yeah, you want to swing the bat.
Way.
You want to swing the bat. You think the next pitch you're going to smack. Linebacker, running back for Miami Trace, now first baseman, and there's a pitch. That's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's what Tanner's done. He's kept the ball around the plate. Ironmen have made some good plays behind him, and he's shut out Trace for 2 back-to-back innings. Let's see if we can keep it going. He came in relief, and there's a curveball, but that's a shot to left field. That's a strong man. The way he hit that one was low, and he just kind of golfed it out there, kind of like you do with NJ Kite.
Yeah. I tell you, so far this year, Dan, I've lost a lot more balls than I should. That's for sure.
Okay. Were you beating?
We played.
Are you beating Coach Combs? That's the question.
Well, I haven't played with him in NJ
okay,
yet, so.
okay. Well, I'll bet that day's coming. There is a high fly ball. It's foul and is out of play.
The worst part, Dan, of playing with them is
playing with them.
They're kind of like. They're big babies. When they mess up, they want to cry about it. You know?
Well, I bet word's going to get out on this broadcast. Jamison Heyer, the DH, he has a single, 2 RBIs, the big hit in the first inning, and there's a ball that gets away from Waylon DeLong, and there goes Enix down to second base.
I think same start as last inning, wasn't it?
Actually, that had just been the second inning. Last inning was the first inning. We got the first runner out.
Okay.
There are other 3 innings they've had a runner on. There's a ground ball, slowly hit. Ryan Simets makes a play to third base. Oh, and it looked like Landon Rapp almost got a tag on him, but the umpire calls him safe. Ryan fielded the ball cleanly, tried to get the lead runner. Rapp made the catch, made a swipe at him, but there must not have been contact, but that umpire doesn't have much better view than we do.
I mean, it was a good try, and, to get the lead runner would have been huge.
Yep. Now you got him on the corners with nobody out. Seems like we've been in this situation most of the night. Fielder's choice. Phoenix is now on third base after he led off the inning with a single. Runners on the corners. Keenan Moore has a walk, his run scored, has a strikeout. We could sure use another one right here. And there is a fly ball, but well foul down the left field line. No balls, one strike. And there's a fake throw over to third, and then he looks back at first base. Would have liked to caught that runner sneaking off the bag a little bit, but didn't. So the runners are back on the corners, nobody out. 6-1 Trace lead if you're just tuning in. They got all the damages in that first inning. 6-run first inning, and it's been the Ironmen chasing after him since then. There's a line drive down the left field line, and it's foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Tanner Ding is trying to keep Trace at bay. He has pitched 2 outstanding innings to this point, coming in relief. There is a curveball hit slowly in front of the plate. Tanner fields it, throws to first base. Here comes the runner in, and he will score. We get the runner out at first. Runner at first ends up on second, so that's a fielder's choice, RBI.
That was good base running by.
Yeah, it was. They kind of waited, didn't they? And then once we
his way down.
You're right. So we got a runner on second, 1 out, 1 run in for Trace. It was a full swing, but it played like a bunt, just barely got into the infield grass.
He's a big man, but he can run.
Yes, he can. Gabe Carson, the center fielder. He has a single and a walk, stolen base and an RBI, and that pitch hits him, so he's going to be on base for the 3rd time in this contest. Runners now first and second, 1 out. The pitcher up, Gavin Maynard, who has done himself proud tonight, has held the Ironmen to just 1 run, and that was a home run by Eli Ray. He's going to show bunt, try to move the runners along. The Trace has a 7-1 lead. That first pitch was a ball. Just 1 out. There is a bunt foul, so that probably takes the bunt plan out of play. Well, I guess they can stay with it one more time if they really just want to advance the runners. 1 ball, 1 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Curveball hangs high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Maynard has walked, got all the way around to third base, did not score, then grounded out to the first baseman. Bodie Woodford made the play on that one. That was with 2 runners on to get out of the inning. There is a shot to left field. Eli Ray running back. It's off the fence, bounces away from Eli. He'll quickly make the throw back in, but that'll get a run in. The throw goes to third base. Runner from first slides into third. He is safe. So Maynard helps his own cause there. There is call it a double off the fence.
Was that the pitcher?
Yes.
I think he's had a couple hits so far, hasn't he?
Well, he's had a walk, ground out, now a double.
Okay.
That's an RBI. Carson advances from first to third. He slid in under the tag. Score stands at 8-1. Runners on second and third base. And there's a curveball outside. Stopped nicely by Waylon DeLong. Still just 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position, and the lead has gone to 8-1. That pitch is down low in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. First base is open. Carter Davidson, the third baseman, he's had a single, 2 RBIs in the first, did fly out to left field. Eli Ray made a good play on that fly ball in the third inning. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 runners in scoring position, and Miami Trace holding an 8-1 lead. And boy, you don't want to get up in that dreaded 10-run range. The game can go over before you know it.
Yep.
There's a fly ball right side. Bodie have a play. Couldn't tell from the dugout, but I don't think so. Nobody cheered. Must have been out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Those dugouts get in the road of some action from this spot, even though there's not a better seat in the house, is there? That pitch is outside. Full count. Number 9 hitter, Carter Davidson. He's their third baseman. We're in the 4th inning here at Sparky Howler Field. 8 for Miami Trace and 1 for our Ironmen. And there is a shot up the middle. Ryan Simet gets the ball. He's going to got to run down with the runner. There's a throw to the plate, and they do get him out. Nice job there by Ryan to get the lead runner. Good catch by Wayland DeLong to get the tag. So we get the lead runner out. Davidson is on at first base. Maynard advances to third base, but the score still stays 8-1. There are now 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Six runs the first for Trace, 2 runs here in the 4th, and they are trying for more. We finally got 2 outs, and the first pitch to their leadoff hitter is a strike. And this is,
like you say, we need to keep runs off the board because, next inning is the 5th inning, so
absolutely.
You don't want to give them a shot to end the game.
Austin Brown's already been up 3 times. Made a living here at the plate. 1 ball, no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And Miami Trace coach wants to discuss things over with the infield umpire. He's had some close calls tonight, hadn't he, the infield umpire?
Yes, he has. I guess he thought maybe that there was a balk there.
Brown walked in the first, scored. Singled in the second. No, singled in the first. Then a fly out to center field, his third at bat. And the next pitch is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. One pitch is inside. He gets out of the way of that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Austin Brown, he is your catcher. That pitch is hit to right field, and it's going to fall in front of Seymour. That'll drive another run in. Runners will advance 1 base. That's his 2nd hit in the contest, an RBI. He also has a run scored. Maynard scores, and Davidson is at second. 9-1 is the Miami Trace lead. There are 2 outs, but runners are now at first and second base. Brody McBee, the second baseman, is up. And there is a fly ball. Is it fair? It is. Right on the line. Run will score. Seymour gets the pass back in, but it is a kind of icing double by McBee. He gets an RBI. Brown stops at third. Davidson scores, and the score now stands at 10-1. That's a tough one, right off the wrist, right over Bodie at first base, and basically landed on the right field line. turns into a double. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and you got Gage Bowers up there. He has walked, scored a run, did have a ground out. Both those were in the first inning. Hit a heck of a fly ball to center field, which Leighton Camp made a great play on. But he's got 2 runners in scoring position. And that pitch is a little bit outside. 2 balls, no strikes. First base is open. Probably.
I'm sure he'll be swinging away right now, 2-0 count.
I think so. Well, and he and
we need to
Enix
keep runs off the board like we talked about.
2 of their premier players. There's a swing and a miss. Gets away from DeLong, but nobody advances. 2 balls, 1 strike, and you're right. He's swinging. I don't think you put the take sign on him. Shot down the left field line, past third base, but foul. He turned on that one, hit it hard, but foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. And the 2 on are in scoring position in a 10-1 game. Miami Trace with the lead, trying to tack more on. Curveball popped up. I think it's in play. Waylon DeLong makes the nice catch, and the Ironmen get out of the inning, but not till Miami Trace bats around, comes up with 4 more runs. They had 2 doubles, 2 singles, a hit by a pitch, a fielder's choice, but the final result is Miami Trace 10. Jackson Ironmen coming to bat. We'll be right back.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's. And I'm loving it, and you will too.
Are you looking for the perfect power sport vehicle? Well, come visit Pony Power Sports of Jackson. We're the same great faces you know and love at the same location and with the best selection in the tri-state area. From motorcycles to ATVs to side-by-sides. Pony Power Sports of Jackson has them all. It's where your adventure begins. Get to the pony.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the local pros at Red Apple Realty. They know Jackson and Ohio like the back of their hand, and they want to make your move smooth, simple, and successful. From first homes to forever homes, farms to fixer-uppers, they have the keys to your next chapter. If it's residential, commercial, or you're looking for land, their agents will search statewide for whatever you need. Call Red Apple Realty today at 740-577-3600 or visit redapplerealtyllc.com. Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the local pros at Red Apple Realty.
Field, beautiful night, baseball, but not been the game we were hoping for. We had it pegged as one of the big games of the year, but boy, Miami Trace has taken advantage of some pitching woes for the Ironmen. Young pitchers having a hard time finding home plate. They got an early lead in this one, but they just tack on 4 more there in the 4th inning to have a 10-1 lead.
Well, in the last inning, Dan, they did earn it.
They did.
I think all those. I'm not sure if we walked maybe one. We hit hit a batter.
Well, problem once again, we let the first batter get on.
Yeah.
Hit by a pitch, and we ended up getting him at first base or at home plate.
Yeah.
In a play, we got a lead runner out, but then a double,
so
fielder's choice, single, double. They had 4 hits in the inning. 2 of them were doubles. Bodie Wooford at the plate for the Ironmen to lead us off here in the bottom of the 4th. There is a shot. It's going to hang in there. It finds a gap in there right in front of the left fielder, and Bodie is the lead base runner once again for the Ironmen. Had the first 2 on last inning. Eli Ray.
We could use another one over that big wall, Dan.
We'll just take a hit.
We'll take
Eli, get us on base. Eli hit a home run, and it was a mammoth shot. That was in the 2nd inning, the lone run for the Ironmen. When you hit one over that left field wall, you've done something pretty special. Eli, a senior, left fielder's made a couple good fielding plays, and there is a ball popped up in the infield. The pitcher is going to catch it, hit right off his grip there, and up in the air, and that's the first out of the inning. Bodie stays on first base. Hey, your older son, Cade Wooford, what a career. Big changing year for him, and I think you're going to Saturday go see a spring game.
Yeah, he's got his spring game coming up. We're pretty excited about it. We've, of course, I get to hear everything that's going on, and I know he's worked really hard, and of course, we're super proud of him. That's for sure.
The whole community is.
Yeah, and it's been really great seeing how the community. I mean, when he was up at Kent State, he had a lot of people that came and watched him, and that's not an easy trip to make. And some of them were on games through the week. So, I just love the community and the way they. The way that they've rooted him on. It's been a great thing to see.
We all are. Cade, one of the greatest players to ever put a helmet on, beat somebody out for the most touchdowns in the history of Jackson Ironmen football.
Yeah,
I think he's sitting right to my left.
I wasn't real happy about that.
Well, I was.
But yeah,
he
when
made
it's your
easy.
Son, you want him to do better than you did.
He
right?
made it
you
look
know how
easy.
That is.
2 balls, 1 strike. Easton Seymour at the plate. There's a pitch, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bodie on first base, led off with a single. Then we had a pop-up infield fly by Eli Ray. 1 out, 1 runner on, and there's a swing and a miss. That is a strikeout, and this young man has pitched a pretty fine game, hadn't he, for a sophomore?
That's what I was just thinking before you said that.
I don't know how many innings they want him to go, but he's on the verge of 4 good ones.
Well, and I watched their pitchers the other night. He's doing every bit as good a job as I don't know who they consider their number 1, but this kid's done really good tonight.
Landon Rapp at the plate. He struck out in his first at bat. First pitch to him is a ball. 1 on, 2 outs. Curveball hangs inside, but they're going to call it a strike anyway. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're playing a baseball game, Shane, with multiple Division I athletes out there.
Yeah, it's
3 that I can think of, and I think Gage Bowers might be one someday, even though he's a sophomore.
I'm sure of it.
Here's a foul ball grounded down the left field line. Bodie Woodford, Ryan Simets for us, obviously. Cooper Enix for Miami Trace. Curveball and a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for the sophomore pitcher. So the Ironmen get a leadoff single, but then go down 1-2-3. So after 4 full innings of play here at Sparky Aller Field, Miami Trace 10, Jackson Ironmen 1. We'll be back with 5th inning, top of the 5th inning here in just 1 minute.
Need furniture, appliances, electronics, mattresses? Jackson's Rent to Own has you covered. No credit checks, flexible payment plans, and fast delivery, so you can enjoy what you want when you want it. From big screen TVs to comfy sofas, brand name washers and dryers, and now a great selection of tires to keep you rolling. We make it easy to own the things you love. Come see us today at Jackson's Rent to Own, 427 East Main Street, where you get more for your money and a smile with every deal.
It's time to rent to own.
Need furniture, appliances, electronics, mattresses? Jackson's Rent to Own has you covered. No credit checks, flexible payment plans, and fast delivery, so you can enjoy what you want when you want it. From big screen TVs to comfy sofas, brand name washers and dryers, and now a great selection of tires to keep you rolling. We make it easy to own the things you love. Come see us today at Jackson's Rent to Own, 427 East Main Street, where you get more for your money and a smile with every deal.
It's time to rent to own.
Go to their 4th pitcher of the evening, and that's going to be Waylon DeLong here at the top of the 5th inning. Tanner Jenkins did a great job for 2 innings keeping the Ironmen close to this contest. Trace did hit the ball pretty well the last inning to come up with 4 runs, so it's a 10-1 Trace lead. Landon Rapp was our starter. Jacob Gallagher's second pitcher. Now Waylon DeLong, boy, he pitched well in that Washington Courthouse win that he and Rapp actually combined for a shutout last week.
Yeah, they did well.
Corbin Smalley is our catcher. First chance we've got to see the freshman Corbin. Understood he is a catcher of the future. coming this way, so this is good. It's a diverse, young Jackson Ironmen baseball team.
Yes, it is.
We are seeing a lot of underclassmen be factors.
It's definitely the youngest that we've had in a while.
Remember, Jackson's had 5 straight seasons. That goes back to Cade era of 20-plus wins, 20 wins or more. I mean, it's been a great run of baseball.
Yeah, and I've,
You've watched a lot of them, haven't you?
I've gotten to witness just about all of them.
Yep.
I was telling Josh the other day, going back to Cade's freshman year, buddy, there's been a lot of good baseball players that come through since then.
We got a great program here, whether it's just recreation, travel ball. Kids play a lot of baseball here.
Yeah.
But I think our kids understand how hard you have to compete in this conference.
Mm-hmm.
There's no easy wins for any sport you're playing. If you don't work at it, you're going to struggle.
That's for sure.
Okay, Cooper Enix. He's
Back to the big guy.
The big guy's had let's go over it. He's got a walk and a run scored, hit by a pitch, a stolen base, a single, and a second stolen base. We haven't got him out yet. He leads off here in the top of the 5th inning. You say Eastern Kentucky?
Yes, that's
is
what
where
I
he's
was
headed
told.
to, playing football, and he was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Curveball down a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. To our freshman on the mound. We've pitched 2 freshmen and 2 sophomores today. It's not been great tonight, but it bodes well for the future, doesn't it? That curveball is a little bit low and outside.
And this isn't the first game that we've used 4 pitchers, but unfortunately tonight we've
not
had
by
to
choice.
put others in.
Yeah, not by choice. That's a strike. 2-2 the count, first batter, Enix. Haven't got him out yet. Let's see if Waylon can do it. That's a curve, a little bit low and outside. Count goes full. The 3-2 is popped up, back behind us and out of play. And hopefully not against a car.
It hit one, I can tell.
I kind of heard something.
I think it was yours, Dan. Oh, it hit the blue car across the street.
Oh, ouch. I park
hate
in
to
the
laugh about
farthest spot back there. I've seen enough of them fouled back and hit there. There's a curveball, and there's a shot down the left field line. High off the fence. Enix is going to turn first. He's going to hold there. That's the longest single. Oh, no, the throw goes back to Bodie, goes through Bodie. Enix will turn second. He's going to try to motor to third, and he's going to do that upright. That's a single with a couple errors on the throw that gets through. But have you seen a longer single ever? That hit about, a yard below going over the fence.
I thought it was headed foul. But
oh,
no,
my
it
gosh, he
stayed in,
powered that thing. Error on the throw allows Enix to end up on third base.
He's had a pretty good game tonight, I would say.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2 with a walk and a hit by a pitch, 2 stolen bases. Uniquely, he doesn't have an RBI yet in their 10 runs.
I think he's led the inning off 3 times now.
Yes. Well, man on third. Jamison Heyer, who's had a big game, had a fielder's choice in the last inning, scored a run, had a big 2-out single in the first inning, drove in 2 runs, did fly out in between that to Eli Ray in left field. First pitch to him is a ball. Runner on third. They get another run in. They put a little pressure on us in the bottom of the 5th to stay away from the 10-run rule.
Yep.
There is a ball popped up right behind us, back into Huron Street. We talk about our community. We talk about our schools. How about our facilities?
Top notch, that's for sure.
They are as good as there is. And Trace is the same way. There's the pitch by Waylon, is a little bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
You're lucky, too, how everyone takes care of everything
Yes.
as well.
Josh McGraw and his teammates, but Josh is a field manager. My gosh, they work hard at this beautiful field we have here. There is a shot to left center field. That's going to find a gap, and it goes to the fence. Enix can walk in from third, and Hire will coast into second with a double. That'll be his 3rd RBI of the contest. Enix's 3rd run scored, and the score now stands 11-1.
I know they're enjoying it, but I'm not. Dan.
No, it's hard. It's no fun. Keenan Moore, right fielder, coming up to the plate. Had a fielder's choice RBI the last inning. He has struck out, but he's also walked, had a stolen base, scored a run. Pitch from Whalen. Oh, that's a curveball, but it's a shot right down to Cooper Markham. He makes a nice catch on that one. It was hit on the nose, but Markham makes the catch. Runner stays at second. He looked real quick to that runner. That could have been a pickoff opportunity.
And it was good by him to know the situation that he was in.
You're right.
Sometimes in a game like this, you fall asleep.
Here's a second batter that we've talked about who we have not got out yet. That's Gabe Carson. He's the center fielder. Hit by a pitch last inning. He has walked. He has a stolen base. He has singled. He has an RBI, and he has scored 1 run. Runner on second. 11-1 is the Trace lead. Pitch just a little bit low and outside. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scoreboard says 2 balls, 1 strike. Am I right or wrong? Fouled back.
Well,
I know it's 2 strikes now.
Yes.
That one's fouled down the right field line, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second. 11-1. Trace with the lead. I'd say the best thing about tonight, besides Eli's home run, is the weather.
Yeah, definitely.
What a beautiful night.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the pitch. That's a curve outside. Count goes full again. Center fielder for Trace. Been on all 3 times, different varieties. Hit by a pitch, a walk, a single. Full count to him. Wayland along the pitch. Oh, and it's a called strike. Nice pitch by DeLong. Kind of low and inside, right on the inside part of the plate. Pretty pitch. 2 outs. Runner still standing at second base, and the pitcher, Gavin Maynard, coming up. He's had a night. Besides his effort on the mound, he has a walk. He does have a ground out, but he doubled with an RBI the last inning, scored a run. Pitch on the inside part of the plate. He kind of half swings, and that'll be a strike. The double got things going for Trace in that 4-run 4th inning. That's fouled back. If they've got a Papa John's player of the game, I think Gavin would be up for that one, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would.
Pitcher, done a nice job at the plate. Sophomore. 0-2 the count, 2 outs. Runner still standing at second base. Wayland DeLong looks in. Here's the pitch, and that's a called strike. Yes, back-to-back called strikeouts by freshman Wayland DeLong, but Miami Trace comes up with 1 more run on 2 hits after 4.5 innings. The score stands 11 for the Panthers, 1 for our Jackson Ironmen. We'll be back with more Jackson Ironman baseball.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
It's that time of year again. It's football season. Stop in and see us at the Sherwood Falks Insurance Agency to learn more about Ohio Mutual. We can help you select the right coverage for your needs. Call us today at 740-286-1708 or visit us on the web at SherwoodInsurance.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning, the Ironmen need a run as they find themselves down by a score of 11-1, and Shane, the dreaded mercy rule, 10-run lead after 5 innings, and the game is over. Ironmen are going to go with Colin Landrum to lead things off for Jackson. I think he's in the on-deck circle. Good young player. Found the football field this year on the varsity level, didn't he?
Yeah, and I've heard that he's a great pitcher.
Really? Good.
He's had some arm issues. So he hasn't been able to do it yet, but I know I talked to him at school, and he said that about another week he should be able to pitch some. So I think, from what I've heard, he would have had a chance to be our number 1.
Wow.
He's that
That's
good,
exciting.
so,
and another young arm.
Yeah,
and it does tell you why. The last couple of years, whenever we're talking about our success on the varsity level, and Coach kept saying, boy, we have great JV teams too. And they are now becoming a factor. Colin Landrum at the plate. He'll be hitting for Tanner Jenkins. Ironmen need a run to keep this game going. Find themselves down by a score of 11-1. There's a pitch right down the middle. Maynard trying to pitch a complete game if he gets 3 outs. 5-inning complete game. Right-handed sophomore has been outstanding for Miami Trace today. There's a shot to right field, and it's right at the right fielder. He's able to make the play, but Colin got the bat on it nicely there.
Yeah, he hit it hard. Couple feet to the right.
Yep. And it's been that kind of night. Their hits found things. They hit the line out there in right field. They pulled a couple tight down the left field line. When we have hit it, it's been at people, but you can't take anything away from Trace tonight. They've been right on top of their game.
Even though the first inning we had several walks, but they still had a couple hits that were able to get those runs in. So I wouldn't say that we completely gave them that first inning.
Leighton Camp up at the plate. First pitch is a strike to him, and there is a fly ball sent toward the center fielder high in the air. He has a play on it. It's 2 quick outs for Jackson. We're down to our last out, and it will be Cooper Markham. Had a nice single in his one time up at the plate. He was part of the double play, so he was forced out at second base. Markham trying to keep the game going, and there is a pitch fouled back here to the net. Ryan Simet's on deck and hoping to get an opportunity to bat again. Oh, curveball. Might have been as pretty as one he's pitched all night, isn't it?
He's still throwing pretty much the same way that they threw in the first inning. Doing well.
0-2. Ironmen down to their last strike. Nobody on. 2 outs. And that ball is hit up in the air, but it's going to be out of play. Count stays at no balls, 2 strikes. And boy, there was oohs and ahs from the crowd, so I don't know if a car got banged there on Huron Street. Let's hope not, for the car's sake. But the crowd saw something.
Something happened.
Yes. 0-2 pitch, Cooper Markham. And there's a swing and a miss. And this game belongs to Miami Trace. It is Miami Trace 11, the Jackson Ironmen 1. A very big game in the Frontier Athletic Conference. Regrettably, we said everybody in the league was rooting against the Ironmen tonight, so they come away happy as now we're in a league race. Jackson had won 25 straight Frontier Athletic Conference regular season games. Now, Courthouse beat us 2 years ago in the playoffs, or in the tournament. But 25 straight regular season wins tonight. But this one was not to be. Ironman got off on the wrong start. 6 runs in that first inning by Miami Trace. They're running around out in the outfield having a good time right now. It'll be a disappointed Ironman baseball team, but they only got to stay disappointed a couple nights as they're back on the field here at Sparky Howler Field Saturday as Zane Trace comes to town, Shane.
Yeah, and I think, as a coach now, you just tell them, look, we've still got a chance to win the league.
We're tied for first.
Yeah, I know when I coached softball, we lost our first 2 league games, and I brought the girls together and I said, look, the only way that we're going to know that we have a chance in the league is to win the rest of them. And if here, that's what I'm saying to them. We're definitely capable of winning the rest of them. So
basically, they control their destiny, and the worst they could end up is co-champs.
And I will say this too, Dan. Miami Trace still has to play Washington Courthouse.
And they're good.
In my opinion,
always good.
Washington Courthouse has maybe the best pitcher in the league. So, when you face him, there's a very good chance that you're going to get beat. Luckily, when we faced him, we had some things go our way. They made some errors, and we were able to win the game that he pitched. But I'm here to tell you that I think he's probably the best pitcher in the league. So
there's a lot of baseball yet to play.
A lot of baseball yet to play.
Jackson moves to 7-3 on the season. Not bad. 3-1 within the Frontier Athletic Conference. It does tighten things up, so it's going to be a lot of fun baseball yet to go. And, you and I talked about this in the pregame. We have yet to hit stride hitting the baseball yet.
Yeah, and you've seen it again tonight.
1 run on just a home run, and it was a shot by Eli Ray.
But won't take anything away from their pitcher.
No, he did a good job.
He pitched a great game, but, I've told you, the whole season so far we have not hit the ball very well. And, we've had to win games 3-0, 3-1. Where in the past we're used to scoring a lot more runs. So
we're used to the other side of the score. Last year, as I remember, more so than tonight. Last year, and I look back there, we defeated Trace pretty soundly both times we played them, but they came along with, similar to us, they've got some key seniors, but looks like a very strong sophomore class for Miami Trace baseball-wise.
Yeah, you can see with
leading off with Maynard, the pitcher.
Yeah, with that pitcher and with some of the other players, they're definitely going to be good the next few years. And this year our young guys will get some experience. So we just hope that everyone gets going this year because there's a lot of baseball to be played yet.
Young kids only get better.
Yeah.
And, they aren't freshmen and sophomores here in a few more games.
And when you're athletes and you've got heart, you have a game like tonight that opens your eyes up, that wakes you up a little bit. So hopefully that happens for us.
Absolutely. Well, it was Miami Trace pulling away the win tonight. They go to 6-1-1 on the season. They had a game that got stopped for darkness, so that is their record. But more importantly, they go to 3-1 in the Frontier Athletic Conference, joining the Jackson Ironmen. I think Chillicothe has a good pitcher. Courthouse does. We've got number of arms that are just going to get better. We're going to do it more by committee, I think. And
I haven't heard much yet on Chillicothe and Greenfield. I know that these guys played a series with Hillsborough last week, and I don't think it was too lopsided. So
I don't think so. I think our league's pretty good.
Yeah.
The athletes in our league are maybe for all sports as good as I've seen them in the history of the Frontier Athletic Conference.
Yeah, this year was definitely there were definitely a lot of good players.
I agree.
In all the different sports. So,
absolutely.
I know that a lot of young kids playing as well. A lot of young good ones.
Yep.
So there's going to be some good games to watch for the next few years. It seems like.
Well, Coach McGraw is huddled around his team out there in left field. We will get a chance to talk with Coach. He comes up after every game, and this is my first chance to get to interview him this year. Pete usually takes that job on, and I'm sure it's not one he's excited about coming up, but he will be up here and talk about his team, and he'll be very positive. He does a great job, and they've just broke the huddle there and working his way there. Shane, I want to thank you so much for pitch hitting for Pete Wilson.
Well, it's always my pleasure, Dan.
Yeah, next time we do it, let's hope maybe be a little more exciting.
I
this
gotta
was
admit,
a tough one.
This one wasn't the funnest to do.
No, we did 3 softball games last year, and boy, is our softball team fun to watch. And they're doing a fabulous job. And if you get an opportunity, go up there on the hill and watch our girls' softball team. They're like our baseball team right now. They are young and they're good, and they have some experience. They got a nice combination, and they are a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, I haven't got to watch them yet, so I'm looking forward to maybe seeing them on a night that the baseball team don't play. So.
Yep. Yeah, that's the only problem. They play duplicate nights so much, but I know we've got a broadcast with the Waverly game coming up here in a little while, and we'll look forward to getting back up on the hill and doing a girls softball game. We were there a week and a half ago, and we've been there twice this season, and they've won easily on both of them.
Good deal.
On there. Well, Coach McGraw is working his way to us, as he always does. I get to interview all our coaches of wins and losses, Shane, and they always do a good job coming up and talking about the program. And we'll hand Coach McGraw the headset. Coach, I'm taking over for Pete tonight, get to interview you. I sure wish it was on better terms, but it was one of those nights. It just got off on the wrong foot, and it's hard to get it righted.
It was. Just really, didn't play well from the start at any spot. Whether it was behind the plate, on the mound, on the defense. We haven't had one of these games in years. I don't think I was thinking over there. I don't think I've been run rule since 2012.
We were kind of talking about that. I couldn't remember one on there.
No, definitely not. We don't lose that many games, let alone to be run ruled. When I took over in 2012, we were struggled a little bit, building the program, things like that, or rebuilding. And took a couple there, but nothing like this. This wasn't Jackson baseball today, and that's on me. I got to figure it out. Get guys prepared tomorrow at practice and get them ready. For Saturday, and you got to reset. One of the best ways to get over a poor game or a bad game is play another game, but we don't have one until Saturday. So
I was going to say you got to live with this one for 2 days.
Yeah.
But Saturday, Zane Trace comes to town right here on Sparky Haller Field. Noon first pitch is understanding.
I think so, yeah.
We're going to be there for that one and looking forward to it. I tell you what your team has done. I mean, Saturday you grind out 2 tough wins. Monday night you grind out a tough win. Now this one got away early on there, but this young team, one thing they've shown they can do, they can win 3-1, 3-2 in games.
Right. But that doesn't always. You got to score more runs.
Yeah.
Today, we had a sophomore and 2 freshmen on the mound, and that's what we look like. We looked young. We looked young everywhere and made a lot of young mistakes. We made some mental mistakes that you make in JV baseball, not varsity. But with past teams, a lot of these kids, are at the age of a JV baseball player, and some of them are 15, 16 years old max. Most of the guys. So we got some building to do. We got some, we got to work on a lot of mental work. Not making the same mistake twice. That's what we're going to do in practice, because we made significant mental mistakes today that cost us about 7 runs. Now you're not going to see that on the scoreboard or in the book or anything like that, but we just had certain things on and didn't do it correctly, and that cost us a lot of runs that we need to talk about.
Well, the nature of this team up to this point has been pitching and fielding,
right?
And somewhere along the line, we got to start hitting the ball and scoring a few more runs for our young pitchers.
Yeah, we do. We got a production problem. We're not producing in a lot of spots in the lineup. Very poor, batting averages and just too many strikeouts. So, but when you're really young, you're looking over there, and it gets even younger sometimes. So you kind of got to grind it out and try to make these guys better. The teams we've had in the past, they were doing this at the JV level, grinding it out, getting better, and coming up as juniors and seniors, things like that. That's not an option, right now with small numbers. We only have basically 6 juniors and seniors combined. That's not a lot of numbers. So you have to have contribution from your 9th and 10th graders. But with that, you're not a baby anymore. It's time to act like a man. It's time to produce. You're going in, in batting practice and different things, and you come to the plate and you have a totally different concept. That's JV ball. That's junior high. Varsity ball, you keep the same concept. You strike out. Baseball is all about after you make a mistake, what can you do then? We're compounding it with a second mistake, but we'll get better. It's still early in the season. We got a lot of games to go. And if you'd asked me 2 months ago, and you said we're sitting at,
I was just going to say 7-3 and 3-1 in the league.
Right, I'd have said no way.
And we're tied for first place in the FAC. That's not all bad.
Yeah, we still control our own destiny there,
Yes.
and win out, and we're going to get a share. They still have but that's tough too. But I felt we've gotten better since February significantly, but we're not good enough yet, and we will be. I'm going to go home tonight. I won't sleep at all, and we're going to figure out practice plans to work on production and make guys better, physically and mentally tomorrow and Friday. We got to get some things fixed on the mound, at the plate especially. Now defense, I think we play a good defense in most positions. Today wasn't one of those days. We had a lot of people making mistakes, but we'll build on those and get better.
Zane Trace comes to Sparky Howler Field Saturday. It's a noon first pitch. People come out. We've had great weather. It's a fun team, and I got a feeling you got a bunch of competitors out there. It's going to be a bounce-back day.
I think so. They're pissed, and they should be. We talked about that after the game. They're pissed off. But they beat you. You have to sit and take it, no matter what they're, even if they're talking a little smack or whatever. What they haven't realized, since 2021, when I came back to Jackson, that team right there is 1-13 against me and Jackson. So they haven't won in a while.
Yeah.
And they're a good baseball club, and we've owned them. But today they got the best of us, and they whooped our butt. And you should be mad about it. But somebody whoops your butt and they want to talk about it, you got to sit and take it, because you can't get mad now. You get mad in the first inning and the second inning and produce. But you had a team come in here, and that's the way it's going to be. There's a lot of teams on our schedule that haven't beaten us in a while, and they want their chance.
I think we talked about it. I think we'd won 25 straight Frontier Athletic Conference games regular season in a row. That was going to stop someday.
Yeah.
It happened today. Let's start a new streak.
Yep, that's what we got to do, and we're not even going to wait for FAC. We got to start a new streak Saturday. But how do you do that? You have a good practice tomorrow.
No question about it. Coach, thanks for coming up and
Appreciate
talking to us, and we'll see you Saturday. Coach Josh McGraw, gracious enough to come up and talk to us after a tough night here at the Sparky Howler Field. Ironmen go down to defeat by a score of 11-1 to Miami Trace. That puts Miami Trace and Jackson in the lead in the Frontier Athletic Conference, 3-1 record. So every Frontier Athletic Conference is going to be critical from this way on out. So for my good buddy Shane Wolford, pinch hitting for Pete Wilson tonight, and myself, Dan Morrow, we'll see you Saturday. We'll bring the broadcast to you, but come out and watch this Jackson Ironman team play. So good night, everybody.